Can you hear me? Good morning. I know I look a little wild. I can't talk too loud. Is it loud enough on here, you all? I'm trying to find my volume, if this even has a volume. So it's like 3 a.m. I woke up. And you may be finding yourself waking up at 3 a.m. also, have you? Yeah. Good morning, good day. Yeah. It's like even yesterday I woke up at 3 a.m. But here it's like 4:04 a.m. right now where I'm at. Look at this. I think it says 4:04 a.m. But it's I actually woke up at 2 a.m. There's something going on. And I wonder if those people, Shalom, Miriam, Grand Rising, I'm wondering if other people are waking up at this time and they don't realize that other people are being awakened at this time too for some strange reason. It must be some type of frequency-based thing that I don't know what's going on. It must be some type of frequency-based thing that wake people up. That's right, Connie. But why some people and not all the people? You've been getting up, that's right, at 3 a.m. for several nights. You had to go to the restroom. This is kind of strange. It's the watching hour. Carp diem. What do you mean the watching hour? Oh, okay, you said the witching hour. Well, we're awake too, I guess. If they're awake, we're awake. If somebody's wanting to do some bad in the spiritual realm, well, we're awake also to counter it. I'm going to try to change this. It's an old wives' tale. Oh my gosh. They're trying to sleep down there. I'm trying to get this light on me so I don't have too much shadow, you all. This is wild. It is 3:15. Did I wake you up? I hope I didn't wake you up because I don't want to be the person who wakes you up. You're dehydrating mushrooms? Well, that's wonderful. I dehydrated, it's been many years, those little button mushrooms that grow on the logs in the forest. Yeah, I still have some. They're still good. 4 a.m. Yep, that's what time it is. It's supposed to be that time in Indiana. I'm going to put my house shoes on so my feet don't get cold, you all. Let me do that. Let me get my house shoes on. I'm going to stick these house shoes on so my feet don't get cold. It's like, all right. It's like we got this going, you all. Oh my goodness. It's 1:07. You have to get ready for work in 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, some guy. Wow, are you second shift or is it it's just that time of day, what, in the area that you live in? Morning. You've been up every night for months. You fall asleep at 4 every morning. Well, it's time for you to go to bed then, right? 1:07 in California. You just woke up too. Perfect time for a wonderful tea. and the great old ones as they pass through. Well, I think that's wonderful, right? Absolutely. I've not heard of that before, but sounds good to me. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's 9:08 in London. Wow, it's early in the morning. That's perfect. It really is perfect. Um, it's very perfect, you all. Oh my goodness. And I'm not used to this bed. These beds have like this memory foam, and I thought, I don't know about a memory foam. I really don't, but I don't got a choice. I don't got a choice about it. Um, Good morning, last living old cowboy. So you all, really, why? There's weird energy in the air, like the air of anxiety. Chris, when I saw that, I thought when I was reading it, it like read to me before I read the words, like the war of anxiety, the energy of war of anxiety. Yeah. You don't like the memory from either. Oh, the memory foam. Yeah. It's like you got to lay the way they want you to lay. Well, what if I don't want to lay that way? I don't got a choice. Hello there in Arizona. You took a picture of the UFO last night and it scared you. It was bigger than a star. And don't go out, but you did. Wow. Good morning in Colorado Springs. It's an early morning. I used to get up around 4 o'clock. When I worked an early shift job, I did get up at 4 a.m. and fix myself a cup of coffee or something. But that was years ago. Oh, you're in New York. Yeah, hot when you sleep. So you all, what is it with people being awakened up at that early time in the morning to where you cannot sleep? Can you all hear me? Because I don't want to talk too loud. So, because underneath me, there's 2 bedrooms, and this is um, the loft room up here. It's kind of different. It's neat that they made this little bitty like cubby hole up here. It is. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, good. Oh, it's too low. Well, I can't turn it up any higher than what it is. I can't. It's like if I put my mouth right there, you might be able to hear me. Yeah. 9:10 in England. Well, that's great. Top of the morning to you. Yeah, that is pretty. This isn't my loft. It's a cabin that my husband rented for a few days. And it's kind of blah on the inside. The furniture is made like I don't know, it's not made for you to want to sit in like the couch downstairs is. You get better couches in maybe a doctor's office, maybe. And the chairs, well, they're kind of like a doctor's office chairs, they are. So it's not a place where you want to get comfortable. Yeah. Oh, I sound perfect. Okay, great. Florida, it's freezing. Connie, if it's freezing, then what about the crops? Are they going to take a hit? You got Boston, Massachusetts in the house. That's wonderful. Um, Lots of love from South Africa. Nikki, Belinda. I hope the best is yet to come. I really do. We got to keep going regardless. We can't give up. Really, you have to ask yourself, if you've been being awakened at a certain time during the day, you have to ask yourself, why is that happening? Why is it? And by now, a lot of people know they're surely not the only one. Hello there in New Zealand, Debbie Lacey. 111. Oh, wow, that's perfect. Just purple things. It really is. Oh, we love you too. We do. That's right. Um, so you all, so I don't know what's going on in the world. Is everything still the same? Even though it's only been a few days. The world keeps on spinning, if it's a spinning ball, or it just time keeps going. Good morning from Alabama. You took a nap after your daughter got home from work and went to the Walmart. Now she's asleep and she gets early. Yeah, um, I watch my grandbaby. She's 10 months old. It works out. I think it's perfect. It is perfect, isn't it? It's perfect for everybody when it ends up like that. You got the best of both worlds. You really do. Get to spend time with your daughter and your grandbaby. That's wonderful. It really is. UK, 3 a.m. See, Lulu, how can they do it with people like you're way over there across the pond? Did you say the UK? You're across the pond, and we're over here. And how can they synchronize that? Really, depending on where you're at, if it's 3 a.m. for people. And how do they determine which people get woke up at 3 a.m.? Do you ever think about that? Um, yeah, it's great. Yeah, Sherry. Um, we just got told by BBC on MSM to expect blackouts, 3-hour blackouts any time in the winter here in England. Is it because of the energy crisis? Well, they told us in the summer that we could see that in the winter too. But how did they know ahead of time? You woke up at 2:45. The 2023 winter in Europe is going to be horrible. We have seemed to be at a tipping point globally. Nikki, thank you. You're checking in with me to see if anything is going on. The world is crazy and your dog next door is, oh my gosh. And the dog is howling. See, that's the thing. When we lived on Hickam Air Force Base, the neighbors right behind us, they had their dogs outside in a fenced-in yard, and it was only like not even 20 feet from our house. Oh, they bark all night long. You couldn't get no sleep. And the walls were stucco outside of the house, so it really didn't have no insulation or nothing. You heard everything. You've been awake all night. The timing is weird, but oh well, yeah. You woke from a deep sleep. Um, what's happening? I seen a comment in here, and someone said, I doubt that will happen, but I don't see that individual's comment. Um, you got to eat dinner and get out food. Oh, oh wow, that's scary. You keep getting a ringing in your right ear, you all. Nothing is the same. Yeah, we'll get through it all right. When the animals are off, it's always smart to listen and watch. Yes, it is. They love to keep up the fear factor. Well, I don't think that we're in fear. I just think that we just get alerted and awakened at very odd hours. And, oh, on the Giants, you live close to the Grave Creek Mound in West Virginia. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I think I did that when I was back home, when I could get on my big computer and share the screen. I think that was great like that. In California for an earthquake. Is there going to be an earthquake in California? Oh, your ears are ringing, your lights flicked on and off. This early wake-up calls are getting to be more often. I think they are too, Don Jack. Energies are flooding in, but we know this part of it. You used to live in Point Pleasant. Yeah, if you are just tuning in, welcome to the early morning hour of 3 a.m. Waking up at 3 a.m. Wide awake, wanting to go back to sleep, but you can't until you get yourself wore out. Then you can go back to sleep. Seeds are for planting. They are. And we can plant good seeds or we can plant bad seeds. I like to plant good seeds and give them love to grow. Yeah, 3:15. It's freezing. It's 36 degrees. Vonda, wow. This morning you can't get back to sleep. I think we got like a 4-hour drive to get back home. We got to be out of here by around 11. If we leave earlier, they want a text message so they can get an early start. And I'm thinking, if I'm tired, I hope my husband doesn't want me to drive part of the way. I don't like driving through the windy roads. We go through a town called Glasgow, Kentucky. It's really beautiful. Rolling hills like The Hobbit. It really is in Glasgow, Kentucky. Rolling hills, and you can see lots of Amish farms. You can see pastures. You can see animals. It's beautiful going through there. The East Coast power outages and a possible nuclear Maniac 730, Unity 333. Yeah, I think we are being woke up on purpose. Wide awake in Michigan as well. Woke up at 2:57. Your doggy woke you up 2 nights ago at 3 p.m. You used to time watch for spacecraft. Moosel Bay Garden Route. They seem to love sitting over the bay. You live in the mountains. We feel it. They're treating it like something they can predict. Well, I'm sure they got an early warning system. That's right, you are. And oh my gosh, a warning app to download? Well, you have a lot of these nights. Jeremy James, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, you really are bomb. What's that mean? This was the third attempt to sleep tonight to no avail. It has been my life for weeks now. Oh my gosh. Kentucky Hills peanut butter sandwich and some chocolate milk. That's great. That may help you go back to bed. It really may. You can't sleep without melatonin. Smart meters, it may be. I don't know if they got smart meters out here in the country. I know they got lots of big towers on these hills. Oh, thank you, Brad. The same to you. Ancient prayer assuring the old ones that the prayers continue even though there's dark periods. The maintenance, that's pretty interesting. Check on you all, the last generation. We are here. Happy morning from Mississippi, wide awake. Unveiled. Hypersensitive computers. 3 a.m. is the witching hour. It's time to tune in where the veil between the physical and the spirit world. Yes, I do, Quentin. Wartle, do you believe in the darkness? I have insane insomnia. That's right, around the same time. Toronto. Oh, wow. Oh, thunderstorms. That'd be nice, sitting on the porch. That's right. Some soup. Maybe that will do it. Well, it might. You maybe get some carbs in you and then you crash and then you want to sleep. Some carbs. Yeah. You woke up all the time at 3 o'clock. Your eyes are ringing. Oh, your ears. And if your eyes are ringing, that's something different. I can't. Your daddy would say. The Mississippi River drying up. Yeah, I did a video on this, on the Mississippi River. I do lots of videos on this YouTube channel, and you may not find a lot of them for some strange reason. I think some videos that people do are literally hidden. For when you want to see them on the YouTube channel, you can't, even though they're public. I did that about last week of the tugboats or the barges getting stuck in the mud, and it would affect the shipping of the grains of the fall crop and stuff. It would be a further disruption to the transportation industry, where we get our food, the supply chain. There we go, the supply chain. They are flooding out the tunnels. I've been hearing something about tunnels for a few years. I have. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, a maniac. The veil is very thin. You know, someone else has said that too. The veil is very thin. It's getting thinner, extremely thin. Tennessee, you give up and we'll be setting the coffee maker for 3 a.m. Lynn Sue Bradley. The dark matter on meteor. What they say dark matter does is completely changes the object and morphs it. But they don't know what into. In the waters, yeah. Storing water in the tunnels at night. Storing water in the tunnels at night? Yeah. Hello there, Stacy. Your name is Angela. Seeds are for planting. Well, hello, Angela. You are wide awake with us. This could be the great old ones drying up the rivers. Well, it could be. It really could be, I guess. Anything's possible in this world. Carl, no, I don't have low sugar. There's not a thing in the world wrong with my sugar. I have been getting up at 3 a.m. Like a lot of other people, and I don't think sugar is the reason. I really don't. That could be a theory that you have that might be a little unfounded scientifically. I'm not lightheaded or anything of that nature. And my sugar levels, when I have went to the doctor, are perfect. And I'm not a diabetic or on the verge of diabetes. I'm not. Yeah. You're up to keep us company. Oh, well, I did think about that. I thought I can get on here and see who's awake. And then, you get a little bit tired, and then you can go back to sleep. That's right. Hello there, Michelson Joseph, a.k.a. Mike777. Hello. Yeah, it is good company before bed because it can just relax you. It can just relaxes your spirit and your body, and you can just sleep peacefully without interruptions, and it'll be a good sleep. Good morning, Kelly. You think a lot of us are where is all the water going? The whole world is drying up. When we went to somewhere yesterday on a hike, it was called the Center Hill Dam in Tennessee. And they had the big floodgates. And there was so much water that had been gone. I thought, wow, this is really low water level in Tennessee. And I thought, that water can't even reach the floodgates that they had on it. You've been up like this lately. Worship in spirit and truth. You drank hot tea. You never caught You live before. Hello, Debbie Drake. Well, I just need to get on here whenever I wake up from now on. I normally do. I have been trying to. If I get awakened at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., I just need to come on here and do a live video, and you might be able to catch me this live so early in the morning. A meditation time for Hindu people. Oh, and the CBD helps. 010, soothing and calming. That's right. You've been up late. She got a beautiful soul. I think a lot of people have beautiful souls. They do. Um, yeah. Not to drink the bottled water in the city anymore. Could you imagine? Um, who is stressed out? I'm not stressed out. Just because I wake up at 3 a.m., I'm not stressed out. Sometimes I wake up at 3 a.m. And do I look stressed out? I don't feel stressed out. Don't be telling me I'm stressed out and putting that energy on me. You're going to make me stressed out. And I won't be able to sleep. That's right. Good morning, everyone. That's right. It's a God time. You just, you saw Starlink in space? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, it's great. You had a couple of years ago about Tennessee earthquake, and the water river shook violently. CO2 is used for, oh, the last generation. See, I wanted to look into that, about the shortage of that right there. So that's where it's being diverted. You know, they probably taken all of the CO2 for themselves, like the liquid helium and stuff, and raising the prices. And they, they got to they use so much energy at CERN, and it's over there in Europe too. So if you got blackouts, you can rest assured CERN will not have any blackouts at all. It won't. It will keep running full capacity till 2024. Is that what they said? Full capacity. Despite you having to conserve your energy and do without power, they will not do without power. It will be diverted to them for their dark matter. Thank you, Nikki. Colinda. Lumeria. I've done a very little, long time ago on Lumeria. Thank you, Stacy. A siren sounded for ages in Manchester, and no one heard it. Oh, you heard it. Local plant's alarm went off. Dark matter will highlight. Let me read that. Whatever emotion or character we harbor, dark matter will highlight, increase, and bring of us hate. Oh my gosh. Live anger, envy, jealousy, whatever. If you harbor negative personality traits, clean them up. Yeah, you don't want to contribute to the hate and the negative energy in the world. Yeah, they will not do without, Vonda. That's right. What happens with blackouts on life support machines? Well, if they don't have backup generators, I think that those machines will probably go out. If those machines have backup battery in them, they won't last a long time at all. Cuba, yeah, in Florida is ancient Egypt. I heard that too. The Earth's axis has changed. You'll be having blackouts in England. You're awake. South Bend, Indiana, Thursday for a few minutes. That's interesting, Diane. Let me read that, Lulu. This is interesting. Folks who pass in their sleep usually pass between 3 and 4 a.m. This is because the body temperature drops. What if we are being awakened and brought back to consciousness at 3 a.m. That's really an interesting thought. That really is. Thank you for sharing that. I'm trying to see. It was in the wee hours of the morning when my dad passed too. Maybe around that time. You've been watching videos quite a bit, seeing a lot of cloud ships. Tennessee is ancient Egypt. Well, what if it is? You know, like they got that tail of the dragon thing, and I didn't go to the tail of the dragon. Ears ringing. Activate a traductor. Oh, that's the Spanish. Gracia, no de que. That's deep. Who knows? That's right. It is really deep. You're in Egypt. And yes, you have heard that too. You're being awoken by some entity around 2 to 4 a.m. by walking across. No, that's not nice at all. That's right, you all. The road is called the Tail of the Dragon in Tennessee. If you look it up, Tail of the Dragon and then Tennessee. Ancient Egypt is in Africa. Yeah, I've heard that too. They may be talking about from ancient times. 1:30 a.m. Lots of trees and deciduous, coniferous, not normal. You caught the white tic-tacs? The old world, I heard that. Esta, yeah. You live on Pearl River called the Tigris. Yeah. It's 4:35, you all. I think I might be able to go back to sleep now. Maybe you all will be able to go back to sleep now, because now just being on here talking has made me tired, so that's great. You ever talk to somebody when you need to rest and just talking to them, they make you want to sleep. It relaxes you so you can go to sleep. That's what I'm talking about. I've heard about that, Diane, the Egyptian things found in the Grand Canyon. Because I have like a couple people that I can talk to, and they put me to sleep if I talk to them. Yeah, that's right, you all. Somehow the flashlight was turned on your phone. Wow, that's AI waking you up. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Soy le numero 100 likes. Isi Manchura Jua. Can we get this 102 likes? There you go. Thank you. Everything is very symbolic, you all. They're drilling under Lake Mead. Why are they drilling under Lake Mead? Wow. Thank you, Connie. Good night, everyone. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Good morning in Portugal. Good night, everybody. With that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest. And thank you for coming on here chatting at the 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. in the morning, for all those people who couldn't sleep either, who find themselves mysteriously awakened at the same hour globally. There's something to it. Love you.